Hello and welcome back to Celeste Talks About the World. This week's country is located in Europe between Germany, Italy, France, and Austria. Our country this week is Switzerland. The capital of Switzerland is Bern, and they have a population of 8 million people with 15,000 square miles and are very well known for their chocolate, their cheese, being neutral, their Swiss Army knives, trains, and the Alps. The Swiss are very well known for trains because that's how many people travel. Because they have so many mountains and so many valleys, it's very hard to find good roads that are safe for people to travel on a daily basis. So instead, they use trains. Switzerland is also known for a breakfast food called Muesli. Muesli is filled with fruits, grains, and oats. It is a very traditional and healthy breakfast that also has yogurt in it. They're also known for watches. They house many companies' headquarters such as Rolex, Cartier, and Omega. Tourism is a very large part about Swiss culture. There are many tourist attractions in Switzerland. One of them being Matterhorn Mountain, which is one of the tallest mountains in Switzerland. Another, which is called Jungfraujoch, which is also known as the top of Europe because it's got a very fancy historical building on top of it that is at the very top of a mountain / glacier that is also part of a village. A town that's in a warmer location in Switzerland is called Interlaken, and it is in the middle of two very large rivers that are also in the middle of a valley in one of their more rural areas. And last but not least, one of the very favorite attractions in Switzerland is a town called Lucerne, which is on a lake called Lake Lucerne, and is very well known for their light festivals, their music, their dancing, food, and more. As we saw with tourist attractions in Switzerland, there are very many mountainous areas. In fact, all these mountainous areas are called the Alps. The Alps are one of the most known for areas in all of Europe and in Switzerland. Switzerland is also known for having over 1,000 lakes. They have lakes in all types of land. Warm, cold, mountainous, flat. It's there. Only 11% of the Swiss population lives in the Alps, though. The Swiss currency is known as Swiss franc. 1 Swiss franc is equal to $1.12 in United States money. Switzerland is very well known in its region for having very traditional clothing in the past. In the 1900s and before then, women were known for making their clothing. They embroidered their dresses with colors such as red, black, and white, and made the men's clothes as tights, shorts, and overalls. Today, Swiss fashion, just like any other fashion, is always changing. In the winter, they wear heavy coats and warm clothing, and in the summer, it gets very hot, so they wear nice, light clothing. The Swiss are often known for being very environmentally conscious. This is because they live in the middle of nowhere, and all they have is their environment, and they need to be very environmentally conscious so that they can protect their land. The Swiss are very well known for being unproblematic when it comes to war. They don't often have them, so they have very many allies. The Swiss are allies with many countries. They trade with many items such as cheese, chocolate, watches, and more. Switzerland is very ethnically diverse. This is because they are surrounded by multiple countries, meaning that they've had people come from many different parts of the world and from their neighboring countries. German and Swiss German, along with Italian, French, and Romansh, are the 4 official languages of Switzerland. The 2 most common foreign languages spoken in Switzerland are English and Portuguese. This is because they have many tourists and are known with the French for Portugal or something. There isn't really a best time to travel to Switzerland because it is beautiful all year round, and there are different reasons why you could go to Switzerland. If you would like to go and climb the mountains in Switzerland, the best time to go is during the winter, when they are the most cold and the most snow having. And if you want to travel to see the towns and the lakes, you go during the summer and the spring when they have warmer weather. The majority of Swiss people are Christian. 38% are Roman Catholic and 27% are Protestant. The rest of Switzerland is less than 5% Buddhist, Jewish, and Muslim. And the other 21% of the country is filled with various religions and economical and social beliefs. Switzerland was founded in 1848 with the parliament and direct democracy. Before this, it was unclaimed land. No one had any real power over it before the first president, Jonas Führer, in 1848. Because Switzerland is widely known for being highly neutral, they have not had many wars and were not a part of World War I or World War II. The only real battle that they've had was a civil war before the country was founded in 1847, called the Sonderbound War. It was a 3-week war that was created and used to help determine which set of religious communities would control the land. As for current events in Switzerland, the government is voting on a referendum to cooperate environmental responsibility, and the Swiss government is debating how to go about the tourism during the pandemic this winter. Folk music. It is one of the most popular types of music in Switzerland and is very well known around the surrounding regions. Swiss music is very popular and very well versed in everyday life. Contrary to popular belief, there's many different parts of folk music, especially in Switzerland. One of the most popular types of Switzerland music is Central Swiss music, and it is called Lindeler, and is a very fast-paced and unusual, and usually has a piano melody to it. Switzerland is very well known in Europe for having authentic food. Many of that food has to do with cheese. One of the most well-known foods from Switzerland is fondue, which is melted cheese with breadsticks and other side toppings. Another very popular dish is called the raclette, and it is melted cheese served over jacket, potatoes, pickled fruit, onions, and cocktail gherkins. I don't know what that is. And last but not least, their rosti, which is a very buttery potato dish that is very popular all around Switzerland. Like many other countries, the Swiss celebrate many traditional and international holidays. Holidays such as Christmas and New Year's, which are celebrated worldwide, and dozens of European festivals that are celebrated, in Europe. St. Nicholas Day is a holiday that has just passed this last weekend, and is a holiday mainly focused on German Swiss people. This holiday tells tales of remembering St. Nick and teaching it on to new children. Many people in the town of Lake Lacerne go and celebrate this festival with lights. The next holiday in Switzerland is actually tomorrow, December 8th, and will be celebrated in 12 of 26 Switzerland cantons, which are areas of land that are independent but are still part of the Swiss territory. This holiday is called Immaculate Conception and is a religious holiday celebrated with children being out of school, businesses being closed mostly, and parents preparing feasts before church. This holiday is very religious and very important to many Christian people in the Swiss lands. Switzerland is ranked 9 out of 65 nations in terms of education among standard 15-year-olds. Most of the international and local schools are paid for in Switzerland by taxes, making them without tuition. Switzerland has what is called a compulsory education, which means that children go to school at the ages of either 4 or 6 and stay in school every year until they are 15 and 16 years old, at which point they go to higher education schools until they are 20 and study what they plan to do for a living. As for homeschooling, it is very uncommon in many of the cantons, and in some it is illegal. It varies based on canton to canton. A fun fact about Switzerland is that the Red Cross was created in Switzerland. That's why the Swiss flag and the Red Cross flag look very similar. Actually, they're kind of the same thing. Anyways, it was created in 1863 by 5 people, one of which was a very famous Swiss humanitarian called Henry Dantant. Another fun fact is that the font type Helvetica is from Switzerland and is now very popular around the world. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!